step by step, but I'm on a different pace. You won't see me on the ground, cause I'm walking on the waves. I don't ever look down, 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 I'm just focused on his face. I don't gotta know it all, that's a different type of faith. Hold up, I know you gon' show up every time. When I'm good, when I'm bad, when I'm low, when I'm high, yeah. When I'm lost, look to God, he my guide, yeah. Haters talk, let them talk, no reply, yeah. Wait, I find strength inside my weakness. My strength, yeah. Expectations, you exceed them. Do my best, you supersede it. I'm complete cause you preceded me. Ah, da, 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 yeah, you know it. Ah, da, 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 yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. Ah, da, 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 yeah, you know it. I don't got it all planned out, but you know I just watch it all pan out, cause I know that you know. You know, covered in this life until forever. I don't got it all planned out, but you know I just watch it all pan out, cause I know that you know, you know, covered in this life until forever.
They tryna tell me that I'm good without you. Just stay with the things that make you feel good.
Yo, what's up, family? My name is Benjamin J. King, aka BK. Listen, ICS has been the place for me to grow. It's been the place for me to succeed. The craziest part is that I've gone from 3,000 to 11,000 followers in just 2 weeks while being in the program. Listen to me, you get tools, and you know anything with AO is amazing and spectacular. So family, I'm pretty sure you're here off of his credibility, which is the reason I joined. So I'm telling you, you're gonna get so much insight on how to be successful. Literally, you can go out here and impact this world and change your life at the same time. So if I was you, ICS would be my next commitment to my future and to yours.
We don't know when to stop, so we keep going till we drop, yeah. Let me tell you about a little thing that I know of. It can give you everything you need, oh, just look up. All I want for Christmas is you. Ain't nobody else gonna love me like you. Not entertaining thoughts of the mysteries, all the fairy tales. All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah, yeah, I got you, you got me, we gon' hold it down, ayy. Got my squad, family, no one else around, ayy. I'm feeling blessed, so I give him thanks. We one of a kind, you cannot replace. Got all I need, no upgrade. He made us new update. And I'm hoping that you stick around me. Just stay in the circle, we all connected, just like an Audi. When I feel like I'm going off of the rails, you keeping me grounded. You showing me love and taking me up, I'm glad that you found me.
All I want for Christmas is you. Ain't nobody else gonna love me like you. Not entertaining thoughts of the mysteries, all the fairy tales. All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you. Ain't nobody else gonna love me like you. Not entertaining thoughts of the mysteries, all the fairy tales. All I want for Christmas is you.
My name is Benjamin J. King, aka BK. Listen, ICS has been the place for me to grow. It's been a place for me to succeed. The craziest part is that I've gone from 3,000 to 11,000 followers in just 2 weeks while being in the program. Listen to me, you get tools, and you know anything with AO is amazing and spectacular. So family, I'm pretty sure you're here off of his credibility, which is the reason I joined. So I'm telling you, you're gonna get so much insight on how to be successful. Literally, you can go out here and impact this world and change your life at the same time. So if I was you, ICS would be my next commitment to my future and to yours.
Family, it's your boy Anthony O'Neal. Welcome to Build Your Table Live with Anthony O'Neal in a brand new studio here in a beautiful area of the DMV, specifically DC. Specifically, to be direct, we are in Alexandria, Virginia, and I'm super excited to be with you all here in a new studio. Man, do not forget, we do this every Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time because we want to sit here and help you build, your wealth. We want to help you build your table. The table, this symbolizes, my show symbolizes, I want to help you build and take ownership of your life. I want you to get back ownership from your bosses, from your bill collectors, from your exes, from, your debt collectors, you name it. I want you to have ownership of your life. So this show on Wednesdays is called Build Your Table with AO. It's still a part of the table family, but this is all about you. And every single Wednesday I spend 20 minutes and I just teach from some notes that I have down. Today we're going to be talking about, pretty much I have three keys that I've learned from every person who has a 401k. who has retired. I had an opportunity to sit down, not really sit down, I don't want to over exaggerate in that, but I had an opportunity to talk with multi-millionaires who never made $100,000 or more a year. They made right around $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year, and how they became millionaires through their 401ks. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. But do not forget that when I get done doing a little bit of teaching, you can call into the show. And all you gotta do is go to anthonyoneal.com/call-AO. You can, right there from your phone, wherever you are, you can give us a call. We got one rule. You have to give me a call with your phone on, with your camera on. If you do not have your camera on, we do not do trolls here. And so I got to see your face. I want to see who I'm talking to. I want to see, your beautiful smile, what kind of clothes you got on. I want to see you because I want to have an honest conversation with you. And so we're opening up the phone lines here in about 20, 30 minutes. I'm gonna do a little bit of teaching. I'll give you some little bit of content here to help you out with your 401k. And then from there, you guys, we are gonna be absolutely amazing. But in the meantime, before we get started, can y'all do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? If you are new to the family, we was doing some research. Nearly 42% of you all who are watching me right now are subscribed and are officially a part of the E3 community family, right? And so the E3 simply stands for expanding in 3 areas. We're expanding in abundance, wellness, and freedom. So every single thing that we're doing throughout the year 2024 in this community is all about how do we increase our wealth? How do we increase our freedom to do the things that we desire to do when we want to do them? And how do we increase our wellness? So not just our health, but how do we increase our spiritual wellness, our mental wellness, our healthiness, So everything that we're focusing on is those 3 things. So 42% of you all have agreed and said, yo, I want to be connected to this community. But what does the Bible say? The Bible says where 2 or 3 gather in his name. When 2 or 3 gather together, that's when Jesus is in the midst. And so we're trying to gather, 1 million people who are saying, you know what, God, I want to increase this year. We prayed last month, 10,000 of us prayed for increase financially. Can you join this family? Can you hit the subscribe button? Can you please hit the subscribe button and join this amazing community? When we hit 1 million family members, we're giving away a BMW. I'm paying cash for a BMW. And as long as you are part of this E3 family, whether you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast, or subscribe to one of my social media channels, and even on our email list, we're giving away not $1 million. I wish we can give away $1 million, but we're gonna be giving away a free BMW or a Mercedes. We're gonna do a high-end car. It may even be an Audi. It may be a Lexus. You never know. I may come out with a Porsche Panamera. I don't know it all depends on how I'm feeling when we hit 1 million. But when we hit 1 million, we're giving away a car to a family member. And so I'm super, super excited about that. So can you do me a favor? Quickly subscribe to the family, and then also make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. As a matter of fact, we got 34 thumbs up. It's 200 of you all watching right now. Can you go on ahead and just hit that thumbs up button? But real quick, let's go through some notes real quick. Where you all, matter of fact, let me engage with you all real quick. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know where you're tuning in from. I see we got some people watching from Canada. I see we got some people watching from, Africa. I got some people watching from, this is interesting. Texas is in the building. Okay. I like the Volvo. Someone, Ronisa said, I like the Volvo. I see BMW. I want the BMW. Times I wish I live in America. You know what, Lady T Official? We may give away 2. I may give away 1 car in America and choose 1 car out of the country, because I know I got a lot of people watching me from out of the country, and I'm super, 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 super grateful for that. But so I see we got Tampa in the building, DC's in the building. Javon, what's going on, family? Atlanta's in the building. Houston is in the building. Nashville is in the building. New York is in the building. Okay. Richmond, VA, right around the corner. Austin, Texas in the building. Watching from Canada. Orange County, California. All righty. Well, y'all are in the building. Listen, man, if you are loving this family, hit that subscribe button, no matter where you're at. Just hit the subscribe button. As a matter of fact, go ahead and hit the bell button so you can be notified exactly when we're going live. All right, let's talk about it. So I had the opportunity to sit down with, I keep saying sit down. I had the opportunity to talk with individuals who are in their 70s, who are in their 80s, and their net worth is $1 million. So I want to break this down. What exactly does a net worth mean? A net worth millionaire is not an individual who makes $1 million a year. Did you know someone who makes $1 million a year could not be a millionaire? So one more time. Just because someone makes an income of $1 million doesn't mean that they are a millionaire. It means that they make $1 million. Just because my company the first year made $1 million didn't make me a millionaire, because I didn't have a net worth of $1 million at that time, right? A net worth millionaire is someone who, if they stop working today, they have $1 million in assets. That is assets. Remember, assets and liabilities. Liabilities take away from your net worth. Assets contribute to your net worth. So I had an opportunity to sit down with individuals who no longer have to have an income coming in because their net worth is $1 million. And their net worth is paying them in between 60 to about $80,000 to $90,000 a year for income. And so as I was sitting down with these people, as I was talking with these individuals, I was like, okay, what is helping them? What helped you to become a millionaire? Put in a comment right now, put in the comment section, in the chat section, if you want to retire wealthy. Just put me in the comment section right now if you want to retire wealthy. When I was doing some research, and what sparked me to have this conversation with these individuals who were net worth millionaires, meaning as if they're in their 70s, in their 80s, they do not have to have a job. They do not have to have a job because their net worth, because they saved and invested enough money to where they can live off of their investments, and watch this, and live off of the compound interest of their investments. And so when I had this conversation with these particular individuals, I wrote down 3 things, and I even saw an article out there on it. I thought it was absolutely amazing about what's happening and how people are becoming multi-millionaires, right? And simply by doing the right things, simply by doing the absolute right things. And so here's the very first thing that I really want to talk about when it comes to building a net worth of $1 million, right? A net worth of $1 million for, I would say, within your, how do I say this? How do you become a millionaire? How do I become a millionaire if I'm not making $1 million a year? And it's simple. It's through your 401k. And when I say your 401k, here's the very first key that I saw with all of them when it came to what to do with their 401k. They contributed regularly and invested it effectively. So they was always putting money inside of their 401k, but then also they were looking at with their financial advisor on how to effectively invest inside of their 401k. Now, this shouldn't be a secret. This should be a key. It's like, hey, if your job, if your company offers a 401k, you need to be contributing to that regularly. One thing I noticed with these particular individuals, they didn't start and then stop. So 2 months they were on, and 1 month they stopped. Then they'll go back 5 months later, and then they'll start for like 2 months and they'll come back. No. They say, you know what, my future matters. And so we were like, okay, we're going to continually and to effectively invest. Now, what does effectively invest mean, Anthony? It simply means that you get down with a financial advisor, and at the beginning of every single year, right now, Q1, you should get with a financial advisor, and you should open up your portfolio, and you need to have a financial advisor to advise you on, hey, you need to have them move your funds over here. You need to go a little bit more aggressive over here. You need to put a little bit of your money into the bonds over here. Have a game plan on someone who studies the stock market, who can look at your portfolio every single year and say, you know what, your portfolio didn't do well last year in these areas. Let's move your funds over here. Or, hey, your portfolio did great. What I see when it comes to people with 401ks, they don't look at their investments. They just put the money inside the 401k and they never look at it. I want you to be honest with me in the chat section right now. In the chat section right now, how many of you all have a 401k and you looked at it within the last 6 months? As in, you looked at it with a financial advisor and you've made some changes. Put I looked at it inside the comments if that's you. But if you didn't, just put no, I didn't. Just put no, and that's good. That's why we're here today. Because I really want you to understand this. Like, I can't tell you what to do from a broad perspective because your financial situation will look different from mine. Your financial situation can look different from someone else who's watching the show right now. So I don't believe in giving, hey, do this for sure, unless I know this works for everybody. But your situation, your age could be different. I see some people saying I looked at it, but I didn't make any changes. I see some people saying, no, I didn't make any changes. Okay, cool, great. So if you looked at it, I want you to look at it with a financial advisor. If you have not looked at it, I need you to get with the financial advisor and get with someone who can sit there and look at your goals, your specific outline, and figure out what you can do to make it better. Now, some of y'all may be saying, well, Anthony, I don't really have a job. Right now, I'm in between. I'm in between seasons. I'm in between sessions. Or what should I do? Like you know, should I look for a company that has a job? Like what career field should I get into that's offering good benefits? One thing I've noticed about people who retired, watch this, people who retired, a lot of them was in the tech field. And I was talking to one particular person and they were talking about how like tech literally changed their life. And there was like, a lot of people don't even know they're in the tech field, but they don't really acknowledge it as the tech field. One of the tech fields that's growing right now that a lot of people are not talking about is the AWS software. This is Amazon's cloud software services, to where you don't need to know coding, you don't need to know anything like that. You just need to know how to pretty much do basic computer stuff, how to type, how to read, you know, how to use Excel, right? And if you can really know those three basic things, AWS is great. So now you're getting a salary of $80,000, $90,000 a year. And you're making money from home, maybe working 30, 35 hours a week. Now you can put more money inside of your 401k because now you're making more money. The average person in America is making $45,000 a year. So this means the average person who's watching me right now, you're making $45,000 a year, $50,000 a year. Without saying anything in the chat section, without saying nothing in the comments, how many of you, your life would change making an extra $20,000, $30,000 a year? Don't put yes in the comment. Don't put yes. I want you to think about that. And this is why I'm super excited, because I just recently partnered with this company called Yellowtail. And this is a company that they only want to help people who seriously want to get into tech, who seriously want a career change, who seriously want to work less and make more money, have more time with their families, making more money so they can contribute more money into their 401ks, contribute more money inside of, you know, their investment portfolios by working less from home. And so they have a cohort to where they are literally bringing, I think, only about 25, 30 people in to go through this cohort. It's a super affordable program. It's like 9 months long. And by this time next year, you can be making $80, $90 to maybe $100,000 for a small investment into your future. To get more information about this, I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/yellowtail. It should be up here on the screen here soon. And I promise you, you will thank me later. Because this is not coding. This is not, you got to draw things. This is simply, it's a cloud software. You're helping people in the cloud. I can't really explain exactly what it is because I don't want to lie to you like that. But here's what I do know. I've had several of our community members go through it. And when I talked to this one particular individual who retired, and I think his net worth was right around like $1.6, $1.7 million, he was like, yo, Anthony, I retired faithfully and in a healthy way because of the tech industry. And there's so many different ways you can make money. And so this year, what I've learned is if I'm going to help you get out of debt, if I'm going to help you build wealth, I got to put you in things that's going to help you make more money, because your number one wealth building tool is your mind and your money. If those two things are not growing, we're not going to be able to get out of debt. So I can sit here and teach you how to work the baby steps. I can sit here and teach you how to contribute to the 401k. But if you're not making more money, it's not going to be there. So check out my friends over there at Yellowtail. Go to anthonyoneal.com/Yellowtail. So listen, the contribution limits for 401k this year are actually relatively high, right? So in the year 2024, here are the limits you can invest into, $23,000 this year. Now, the majority of us will not be able to invest $23,000, but this is great. This is what I teach. You want to invest 15% of your income. Now, if you are drowning in debt right now, if you're still working the baby steps that I teach, right? Then what I'm going to suggest, which I know this is about to trip a lot of you all up, but this is what I'm seeing within my community. We are retiring with nothing. And it bothers me that we're retiring with nothing. And I'm all about being aggressive and attacking your debt. But also I do want to make sure that I'm like, okay, wait. If your company is offering a 2% match, do the 2% match and work your baby steps. Don't invest into an IRA. Don't invest into nothing else. But if your company is saying, hey, we're going to match you 2%, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and put in 2% while you're working your steps. While you're working your baby steps. Well, yeah, you can be working your baby steps, the Dave Ramsey baby steps. But while you're working the debt snowball, I want you to go ahead and do 2%. If they're offering 3%, put 3%. So that way you're building some money on the side and you're not putting a lot out, but you're getting very aggressive with that. So you could be matching, making as much contributions as you possibly can. So this year it's $23,000. Now let's say, for an example, you're 50 years older, you're 50 years old or older, you could put an extra $7,500 inside of it, and this is called a catch up. And so even if you're starting late, you're not starting too late, because I'd rather you start investing now than not invest at all. So it's super important to understand this. You can put $23,000 in there this year. If your company is offering a match, there's no reason why you should not be investing. Zero. You have to be investing. Like, when I say you have to be investing, you have to. Now, let me say this too. Some of you all be saying, boy, Anthony, I only got an extra $1,000. Like, what about my emergency fund? You only invest what you do not need to live off of. So listen, you need to have an emergency fund. Before you start investing a lot of money inside your 401k, make sure you have at least 3 months of your average salary inside of a savings account, inside of a high-yielded savings account. Because the last thing you want to do is, okay, you know, I hear Anthony, let me go put this money inside my 401k so I can grow and make millions. That's great. But the last thing what I want you to do is skip over an emergency fund, skip over a savings account for, you know, your house or a new car. And now you're putting all this money inside of your, you know, your investments inside your 401k. And now to go and get a house, to go and to get, you know, a car that you need or something that you need that's important, now you got to go into your 401k because you didn't save first. No. I want you to save first, put 3 months away, put 3 months aside, and then we're going to maximize the 15% of your income inside of a 401k. But you only want the money sitting inside of your 401k that you do not have to touch. Some of you will get tempted because there's some new laws out there that allows you to withdraw money for a first-time homeowner without no penalties. But keep in mind, you're borrowing from your future. You're robbing from your future. A lot of you all just said you want to retire wealthy. Well, you can't rob from your future and say you want to retire wealthy because you want a new house, because you want a new car, because you want this new item. No, there is a system that you got to follow. And this is what I've learned from these individuals whose net worth are above $1 million. Once they put the money inside their 401k, they never touched it. And then when they retired, watch this, not retired, let's say if they transferred to a new job, they just moved that money into a Roth IRA. But they only put money inside of it that they did not have to touch. And how many of you all, I'm going to ask a question and I don't want to be rude. How many of you have put money inside a 401k? I want you to be honest. Put money inside a 401k or put money and set aside for your retirement, and you went back and you took some money from it. Be honest. Put in the comments. I'm about to read the comments right now. How many of you have put money inside a 401k, an IRA, a CD, and you're like, yo, I need to go borrow money from, or I need to go take money out from it to go buy this? Put me if you've done that before. Put me in the comments if you have done that before. Because I really want you to be honest here. I really do. And the only way we're going to be able to maximize our 401ks and our investments is if we're being honest and truthful. I do not want you to put money inside of that unless it is money that you will not need. And the reason why some of you are saying me right now and I have right now is because you didn't put money inside of your savings account. You did not put money inside of a high yielded savings account. And that is something that I saw from a lot of these individuals who were successfully able to retire a net worth millionaire because they maximize their savings at the same time of maximizing their investments. And here's number two. Here's how you maximize. Watch this. Here's how you maximize your 401k. Here's what you need to do with your 401k. If you want your 401k to be successful, watch this. You got to get 15%. How do you get 15%? Here's number two. A lot of these individuals, they lived below their means. You will have a hard time achieving net worth millionaire if you're living above your means. Why are you living in a $2,500 apartment and it's just you? And you got all this debt? Why are you driving a $70,000 car, paying $700, $800 to $1,000 a month? Why? Why are you going on a $10,000 vacation and it's just you and your girlfriend, you and your boyfriend? Why are you flying first class everywhere you go? Why are you staying in 5-star resorts every time you? Why are you buying brand new outfits every time you go out on a date? Why are you buying brand new weave and getting your hair done every single time you go out? How come you can't brush it, comb it, wash it yourself? Brothers, why we gotta buy brand new shoes and brand new belts? Why we gotta have all the name brand stuff? Why we gotta go get the brand new phones every single time a brand new phone comes out? Why? Why? Your older self is screaming at you on the inside saying, please, no. Please, no. Please, no. When we turn 70, I do not want to have to work at McDonald's. I was coming home last night and I hate McDonald's. But I needed something on my stomach because of my tooth. I'm taking these pills and you can't eat them on nothing. And I had nothing in the house. So I came home, I got me just a small fry, nice little high C, right? A nice little high C drink, small fry. This is probably like 10:30 at night. And when I pull into the McDonald's parking lot, there's a 75-year-old woman there asking me what did I order. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock at night and you're working here? And I didn't ask her that. I didn't say that to her, but that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, there's no way in heck that could be my grandmother. That's gonna be my wife. I don't want that to be my sister. I don't want that to be none of my people in my E3 community. Why are you at 75 having to work at McDonald's? Let's pause right here, you guys. She's making max $15 an hour. Is that serious? To where after taxes, you're maybe making $10 an hour? At nighttime? Your check may be $300 for the week? Is that serious? To where at 75, you need an extra $300 a week. To where you gotta get up and go work at McDonald's and sometimes get cussed out by people because you put cheese on the burger and they ask for a hamburger. Or you put onions on there and they ask for no onions. Is that serious? Doesn't that bother you that people are doing that? Doesn't that wake you up? It woke me up and I got money. And I'm sitting there like, all right, man, listen, what can I cut back on? How can I further invest? I haven't talked to my financial advisor this year yet, and she sent me a nice little nasty email. Man, when I got home, I responded to her and said, yo, sis, I'm so sorry. In Jamaica, yo, man, it's been crazy, but yo, we need to meet, we gonna talk, and we gonna get on this. I'm like, I already know I'm investing, but she's like, yo, we didn't do the game plan for this year, ayo. We need to see what worked last year. We need to see, hey, how is your 401k investments going? I need to look at all this information with you. She's like, I know you're the money guy, but I'm here to help you, money guy, with your personal investments. There's no way in hell I want to be that at 80 years old. I don't want to sound rude when I say this, because I think a lot of our grandmothers and a lot of our family members who are older who are in this position. So let me speak to us who are watching right now. We're younger and we have the opportunity to not be in that position. If we get to 70, 80 years old and we have to work, we have to go to McDonald's, we have to go to Walmart to work. If we get there, that means we didn't steward our youthfulness wisely. We didn't steward the money that we made wisely. Can I be vulnerable with you? My company has made multiple millions over the last 2 years. I could have been a better steward. I could have been a better steward. I could have invested better. I could have did some better things with my money. And I am acknowledging that. I am acknowledging that. And I'm the money guy. And when I sat down and I talked to these individuals who are net worth millionaires simply because of their 401ks, they said, Anthony, one of the key things is we had to be honest with ourselves and said, hey, if this is our number, if I want to retire with $1 million in my 401k, if I want to retire with $2 million in my 401k, in order for me to hit the 15% to invest into my retirement, I gotta live below my means. I have to push back and I have to resist the urge to spend money. I have to. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to one of them talk and I'm like, dang. I gotta resist the urge. I got to resist it. Because sometimes I feel as if we think, well, I got the money today. Let me enjoy it today. You only live once. You're right. You're only 70 once. You're only 80 once. You're only 90 once. Why not enjoy those years? Why are you working so hard today and you're living above your means? How do we live below our means? I want to give that to you. How do we live below our means so that way we can invest more into our 401k, so we can invest more aggressively? Because one of the key things that I've learned is that, man, they were investing very aggressively up until like 50, 60 years old. So you can go aggressive in your investments, or you can go not as aggressive in your investments, or you can play completely safe and you will not see the return. But the more you can invest aggressively, then a higher return you're gonna see. But the reason why they were able to do this is because they were able to live below their means. And watch this, they were tracking their wealth building. And so every quarter they would go in there and they'll update their wealth builder formula and like, okay, cool, I'm on track to retire at 60. I'm on track to retire at 65. Wait a minute, if I invest more over here, I can retire 5 years early. And I don't really like the term retire. I think this generation, I don't know about y'all, I never want to retire. I love talking to you all. I love being able to help more people get out of debt and build wealth. Like, I'm going to be like Dave Ramsey. I'm going to die in this chair. Like, I'm going to be 60, 70, 80, 90 years old talking to you all about building wealth. Hopefully when I get into the 70s, the 60s and the 70s, I got other people up underneath me who are younger, wiser, smarter, more attractive and more articulate, and who can continue this message on to this younger generation that's coming up. But I never want to be that person. But at the same time, I'm tracking my wealth. I can tell you that if I keep going the way that I'm going, by the age of 57, I will have enough money inside of my investment portfolio to where I never have to work again. But I'm doing that by tracking it. And there's a tool, we can put it inside of the chat here. You can go to anthonyoneal.com/wealth builder. You can get a tool, it's $10. It is a sheet that took me as an Excel document or a Google Sheet document that took me about 3 months to build because I was tracking my own wealth. And so if you want to track your own wealth, just go to anthonyoneal.com/wealth builder, and this will be available for you to get for $10, and you can track your 401k investments. You can track, your retirement age. As a matter of fact, let's have a little bit of fun right now before I do call-ins here. At what age do you want to retire? Put a number in there. At what age do you want to retire? At what age? Is it 55? Is it 65? Is it 70? Well, let's use a different word. Not retire. At what age do you want to be in a position to where you do not have to work? At what age? Put it in the comment section. Let me see it in the chat section. At what age do you want to be in a position and you do not want to work? I see 55. I see 66. I see 65. Ooh, I'm seeing 50s and 60s. Okay, cool. 50s and 60s. Maya Love said 50. That's the youngest I'm seeing right now. 55, 67. Wow, the Robin Joy said now. I'm not even mad at that. Rosin said today. I see 45. Okay, I see 60. So we pretty much see in between 50 and the late 60s is when people want to be in a position to where you do not have to work. Now, I'm gonna ask you a real question. Are you doing the things today that's gonna put you in a position by that time to do it? Don't say yes or no yet. I want you to pause. Don't hit the keyboard. I want you to really sit back and ask yourself, are you doing the things today? Are you investing into your 401k today? Are you investing into an IRA today? Are you eliminating your debt today? Are you living below your means today to make that happen by that age? And I want you to be very honest and put yes or no in the chat section. Put in the comment section too. Yes or no. Are you putting yourself in a position to where you could be a net worth millionaire by 60? That you could be a net worth millionaire by 55? Latrice, I see you. You said yes. I see some people being honest and saying, no, Anthony, I'm not. This is good. I'm taking my time here. This is why we're doing the show, because the E3 community, we're honest. I'm seeing a lot of no's and I'm seeing a lot of yeses. For the individuals who are saying no, thank you for being honest, because here's the truth. Some people are saying yes because they want to look good, but they really know they're not really doing it. They're not really doing it. But this is why it's very important for us to be on here every Wednesday. This is why it's very important for us to be on here every Monday and going throughout, my website to read my articles, because every single thing I am doing, it's for your increase. I want to help you increase in the areas of abundance and wellness and freedom. Thank you, Shanika. She said, no, there's other things I could be doing towards that. Here's the last thing. We're going to take some call-ins, and don't forget the phone lines. When we open up the phone lines, you just go to anthonyoneal.com/callAO. Your phone has to be on. Your phone has to be on, but your camera has to be on when you call, because I want to see your face. I want to have an honest conversation with you. It's a safe space. I'm not going to call you crazy. I'm not going to call you dumb. I just really want to help you win at life. And so if you want to start calling in, you can start right now. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/callAO. And the phone lines here will be open now, and we'll take it. Here's the last thing that I learned that you have to do with your 401k, and that I've learned from all these millionaires who never made $1 million. I would say close to 80% of them never made over $100,000. I think the average income I saw was like right around $80,000 a year. And I'm seeing net worths of $1 million to $2 million, right? They were determined and patient. They were determined to hit the number that you all just said. They were determined to hit the number. They said, hey, I want to retire at 60. I'm 30 right now. I'm 25 right now. I'm 40 right now. I'm 45, but I still want to retire at 65. I got 20 years. What do I need to do the next 20 years? How do I catch up for the dumb decisions my young self made? What do I do to get there? How do I get there? And the key thing that I heard from all of them was we were determined. We didn't allow our friends to put us off. They didn't allow some of their family members to put it off. They even told me, hey man, we had to tell our kids no so that one day we can be a blessing to them. I said, well, wait, what do you mean? Break that down. Instead of for loaning money to our kids, we said, hey, no, we can't do that because, and when we turn 65, 70, if something happens to me, I want to be a blessing to you. I do not want to be a hindrance to you. So I'm saying no because I love you. Because if I give you $5,000 today, if I go borrow from my 401k today, then when I get older and I need help, I don't want to have financial help from you. I just want to have basic help from you. Basic help getting me to an appointment. As a matter of fact, I want to be a financial blessing to you. I want to be able to continue to give my grandkids gifts. I want to be able to continue to sow into your life. So I'm not going to sit here and to be a burden to you. And let's be honest, you guys. How many of us have kids right now? And if we keep up with the crap that we're doing today, we are going to be a financial burden to them. If we do not invest into our 401ks, if we do not invest into, our retirement, if we do not max out the opportunities we have today to become a net worth millionaire, we're going to be a burden. And here's why some of us are a burden. It's because we weren't patient. You think because we're going to put $500 into the 401k tomorrow, we're going to see $10,000 at the end of this year. You're not. You're not. That's not how compound interest works. This is not the microwave. This is not a get rich quick scheme overnight. This is diligence, being determined over a longer period of time that's going to position you to where now you're growing. As you're investing, you're growing. As you're growing, your compound interest is coming. This is what this is all about. I'm all about how do we make money, and is there a way, is there a legit, legal, moral, ethical way to make extra money? There has to be, and there is. I'm cool with that. I'm down with that. But this is the best way. If you're going to become a net worth millionaire, you gotta be determined and you gotta be patient with the stock market. If the stock market is looking down one year, you don't touch that money. These individuals had 5 years of bad years where it was a negative, to where they lost money. They didn't pull their money out of the stock market. No, they trusted it because it's just simply on paper. That's it. It's on paper. And I don't know about y'all, but I ain't got time to be sitting here tripping. So those are the three main things that if we're going to build wealth, if we're going to maximize our 401ks, y'all, number one, we got to contribute to that thing consistently. You cannot start, stop. You got to drop that money in there and let it sit. Then number two, you got to live below your means so you can get to the max of 15% going inside of your 401k. Because I guarantee you right now, the majority of y'all are only doing like 1 to 3%. Can you imagine what your life look like if you could put in 15%? You got 15% going out towards your debt, going out towards your credit card. Some of y'all need to get rid of your cars. You need to go sell your cars. Let me be quiet because we got people calling in, and I don't want to upset nobody. I don't want to upset nobody. Let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. No, I ain't gonna be quiet. This is my show. Got dag on it. Some of y'all need to stop it. You're robbing from your future. That car is robbing from your future. So you got to live below your means. Number 3, you got to, you have to, you got to be so determined and you have to be so patient because it's not going to happen overnight. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not. It's not. It's really not. It's really not. So listen, I'm excited. So listen, man, we about to go to our first guest, Chantel. I'm coming to you, my sister. And just make sure when you call in, your camera is on, because I want to see your beautiful face, like I'm looking at my sister's beautiful face. I love seeing my black queens on the screen, and want to see my black brothers too. Like, brothers, come on now, listen. It's 500 y'all watching me live right now. I got sisters calling in every single day, and I'm like, where are my brothers at? How come my brothers are not calling in and having a conversation with me? We got to get our bag up. Okay? Our sisters are working. Chantel look like she at the office right now calling in, listening to the show, and she's like, yo, let me get this information while I'm on the job. Brothers, give me a call. As a matter of fact, Jay, Michelle, we see brothers calling in. Skip them up to the front of the line. Because I think that is sexy when a sister see a man calling in, asking information, especially if he's single. Now, if he married, leave him in the goo. Leave him in the goo. We need to show these sisters some of these sexy, single, educated men. But listen, if you want to give us a call, we already have a lot already lined up here. You can go to anthonyoneal.com/call-AO. You can give me a call there, and we'll be able to answer your questions. Remember, we're talking about money. If you want to talk anything around money, investing, paying off debt, savings account. I've even had some people call in and ask like, hey, how much should I pay on the first date? Or hey, what should I do on the first date, etc. We can have that conversation. But yo, let's go to Chantel. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. Is she on the screen? There she is. What's going on, sis? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I can barely hear you. Maybe get closer to your phone if you can.
I have these little work AirPods in. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Maybe it's just me on my end. Talk to me. What's going on, sis?
Is this better?
That is better.
Okay, wonderful. I actually just have some questions in regards to investing. I do have a little bit of debt issues, but I do have some things put away as well.
Okay, cool. How much do you have put away already?
Probably, I have about $150.
$150,000 already put away for investments?
Yes, at Edward Jones.
Okay. All right. Cool. I love this. I got to ask this question. How old are you?
I am 37.
37 with $150K?
Yes.
Come on, my sister. Come on, my sister. All right. So you're 37.
I didn't do it by myself. I'm married. I have a wonderful husband.
That's good. I love it. 37 years old. Okay. How old is your husband?
He's 36.
36, okay. 36 years old for the husband, okay. And y'all's what's y'all's combined income annually? So combined household income.
Combined, I would say about 180.
180, okay. 180,000, okay. All right, sounds good. So we got 180K in combined income. All right, cool. And then what about your debt? How much debt do you totally have together outside of your mortgage? So just consumer debt only.
I honestly have 100,000 in student loan debt.
Okay, 100K student loan debt. All right, cool. All right.
And then aside from that, I have probably about 8,500 in credit card debt.
Okay. Credit card debt. All right, bet. So we're at about 108.5. All right, cool. With 150K in investment. Sounds good at 37. All right, cool. Sounds good. What's your question?
How can I better invest versus utilizing the Edward Jones financial advisement?
All right, so what is this 150 invested into? Is it in a mutual fund, single stocks, an IRA? What are you investing into? Do you know?
Mutual.
Okay, cool. So I like the mutual funds. All right, I like the mutual funds for sure. All right, cool. And so you want to know how to best invest moving forward, or you want to know how do you use that 150 and invest that to make more money?
Both.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to suggest, and you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this, Chantel. You're not going to like this. And here's why. I want you to get out of debt before you put more money inside of your investments. Here's why. You're already ahead of the game when it comes to 37 and 36 years old in the household making $180K. My problem is specifically the $8,500 in credit card debt. I want to see that going. And then your student loans, why are you paying on your student loans, or are you just sitting there?
I'm paying the bare minimum. It's not even covering the actual debt. It's interest basically that I'm paying on.
Okay, so what's the problem with that? Are you trying to wait to see if the government's going to cancel it? Like, what's the goal here?
Honestly,
let's be honest.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm waiting on.
So are you in a field to where it requires it to be paid off?
I'm not.
Then Chantel, what's going on here? Like, talk to me, sis. Help me understand what the heck are you thinking? Like, because you just said that you're making minimum payments and it's not even touching it. So this means that your interest is still stacking up on your minimum payments, meaning that this time next year, you owe $105,000 rather than $100,000. So you are waiting for President Obama. You're waiting for President Biden to sit here and I'm sorry, my sister, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, if you were in like the profession that does offer student loan forgiveness, then I could give you a little bit more grace there. But if you're not in that profession, I think, sis, honestly, the best thing you can do to flip your money is to get back your debt. As far as and get back your income from your debt. That's what I would advise in your shoes. Because letting that just sit there, that's hurting your net worth. It's not helping you or your family. And you all are making good money. At $180,000, this means y'all could come up with another $20,000, make $200,000 in the next 24 months. You all could be out of debt aggressively. And then now you could be investing this stuff into, mutual funds. You can be investing this into your 401k. I'm pretty sure you're investing into your 401k at work, right?
I don't have one. I mean, they don't do a match. They have one, but they're not matching. So I'm sending money over to Edward Jones.
Yeah, I would still maximize your 401k. Here's why. Because here's my philosophy. Do they have a Roth 401k?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I wouldn't do Edward Jones over Roth. I would literally do, here's my philosophy, 3 main things when it comes to 401ks. Number 1, match. If they got a match, whether it's a match Roth or match traditional, I'm investing into the match. If they do not have a match, but they have a Roth 401k, I'm doing a Roth 401k because now that money is growing tax-free. So your money that's growing over there on Edward Jones it's not growing tax-free. Okay, unless you got to invest it into a Roth IRA. But if you just got to invest it into a traditional mutual fund or a traditional IRA, you got to pay taxes on that. So I would, after I pay off my debt, I would go ahead and start maximizing your Roth 401k. I literally just started the 401k in my business here this year, and I told all of them, hey, you got 2 options. You could do a Roth or you could do a traditional. It's up to you, but I'm telling you Roth. Here's the downfall that sucks about Roth is that taxes come out, right? And then that money comes out after taxes. So you're gonna see a good chunk of your check going, depending on how much you give away, but now it's growing tax-free. So if I'm you, after I pay off my debt, I am going ahead and I'm going to invest into my 401k. And I'm gonna sit down with a financial advisor. Now, are you sitting down with a financial advisor over there with the spot that you're investing in right now? I forgot the name of it. What's the name of it again? Edward Jones? Yes. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you're talking to someone there, right? But if I'm you, I would sit down with a financial advisor that's not really associated with a big company someone that is not percentage related, that they're just fee related. Like, hey, give me $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 throughout the year, and I'll monitor and help you out and make those investments. But if I'm you, honestly, sis, I'm getting out of my student loan debt. Then I'm gonna go back to the 401k, start investing into the Roth 401k over there as much as possible. Then I'm gonna come back over to my mutual funds, my Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, and invest in that area. So that's what I would honestly do if I was in your shoes. Make sense?
It does. Thank you.
I'm so sorry if I hurt your heart. You was looking at me like, oh no. But I'm serious though. I mean, attack those student loans. I mean, you're making good money. Don't let it sit there, because eventually you're gonna have to pay it off. And some people's philosophy is, well, you know what? I'm just not gonna pay it off. I'm gonna pay the bare minimum, and I'm gonna die with those student loans. But is that even freedom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is that true freedom, to where you gotta avoid and run from something? It's gonna suck. Let's be honest. It's going to suck to know that you paid back $100,000 to student loans, but you got the education, you got a good job, right? And so that's what I recommend. All right. I see you at work. Go ahead and go back to work.
Okay, I'll be at home working.
All right now. Listen, man, I love this. Now, some of y'all called in and you didn't have your screen up. And so listen, you got to have your screen up to come join this beautiful, to come join this. But you see how we roll here. You can go to anthonyoneal.com /call AO. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com /call AO. I do not allow people to come up without their screens on, because I want to see exactly who I'm talking to. And if you just come up and you have, a screen on and it's a repeat of me, then, we don't allow scammers. We don't allow people on here who we cannot see. So this way, if you do something crazy, at least I got your face and I can find you because I got your face. Who we got next, Jay? Who we got next? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, cool. We're going to bring up Chris here. Malone's, that's cool. If you're driving, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. And so we're going to bring up Chris on the stage. Now, listen, if you're driving, just make sure y'all are driving safe. Seat belt is on, and you're not looking at the screen. You're looking at the road. You can hear me in your ear, but look at the road, because I want to promote safety over financial advice. All right. Who we got? Who would you say we got next, Jay? Chris, what's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, Chris. Is it just me, Jay, or are they just low? Okay, yeah. Turn them up a little bit. Chris, what's going on, man? Where you calling in from?
How you doing? I'm calling from New York.
New York. That man got that New York accent too, brother. I hear you, man. Yo, I gotta ask all the brothers, Chris, you single?
No, I'm not single.
You married?
I'm engaged. I'm engaged right now.
I'm
looking forward to getting married real soon.
Come on, my guy. You are engaged, and I'm happy for you, bro. I'm so happy for you, man. All right, so give me the basics about yourself. What's your average yearly income?
So pretty much I'm making around 120 right now, but that's with overtime.
That's okay. So with overtime, okay.
And I work for New York City, so
Okay.
I work for the city. Pretty much, my question is, right now I got a little bit of debt, but
How much is a little bit of debt?
I say about 80,000, not including the mortgage.
My man said $80,000 is a little bit of debt.
You know what? I'm looking at the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just being, I'm trying to motivate myself to just push. I don't have a side job, but my job is I'm able to do overtime. So for me, that's pretty much my side job. And, with a plan, I'm trying to focus on paying off my debt as quick as possible. So, both of the debt is cars mainly. I got a credit card debt, but that's probably like $1,000 that I could take care of with no problem.
Why you got two cars? Is your fiance's?
Yeah, one is mine and one is hers. So I live in New Jersey, but I work in New York.
Okay.
So pretty much that's my problem mainly. I have to have a car in order to get to New York every day.
Okay.
So I don't really want to sell the cars. I know selling the cars would be more beneficial to me.
Okay.
But I had a few lemons within the past, and I was breaking down on the side of the road and everything. So like, I'm like, I don't want to have to keep paying the mechanic $700 every 2 weeks. Let me just
Okay.
get a car, and that's where the consumer debt pretty much came in.
Okay.
So with my job, they give us a option to have a 457 and a 401k. It's not matching, but I'm putting in pretty much about 5% in. I heard you say that earlier. People usually putting in 3%. Well, that's me because I have this debt.
So, you're putting in 5%. You're making about $120,000 a year. That includes your overtimes. That's about $10,000 a month. You get paid once a month or bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
All right, so that's about $5,000 every 2 weeks. So times that by 5%.
That's gross.
$250. All right, that you're putting in on average. That's $500 a month. Times that by 12. You're doing about $6,000 a year inside of investments. All right, cool. So what's your question? Help me understand your question now since I got the math down.
So pretty much my question is, should I be putting more into the 457 or to the 401k? I know you're supposed to, I know you're supposed to be debt free, but like I said, right now I have to have a car in order to get back and forth, a reliable car.
Right.
But I just want to know if the 457 is better to put more money in or the 401k, because
right,
both of them are growing.
Yeah, both of them are growing. Here's what I'm going to recommend for you because you don't want to sell your cars. Because you're not getting a match, stop investing and go ahead and pay off your debt. How old are you?
Okay. 32.
You're 32. Yeah. So listen, you're 32 years old. How old is your fiance?
She's 31.
31. How much does she make a year?
About 60,000.
Okay. So y'all's combined income is at $180,000 a year as a young millennial, right? So
Yeah.
if you are doing that, is she helping out with any of the bills, or are you the man, you the provider, you paying all the bills and she just enjoying her money?
Oh, we split everything. Everything. I think that's the best way for us to do right now until we get married, and then I'm gonna just take over everything. But we have a date coming up in the next few months.
All right, so let me help you out here, Chris. You all come up with a vision for your money, right? I'm not giving you relationship advice because I'm single. You're married. You're about to be married. You can give me advice, but when it comes to money, I understand you're splitting it right now because y'all are not married. But when you get married, here's how you're gonna win financially: is you all come up with what's the ultimate vision. And honestly, as a matter of fact, Chris, what I would do, I'll take your woman out on a date this weekend. Say, oh, babe, we're about to get married, but before we get married, I want us to have a vision for our money down the road. So we're making $180,000 combined income. We got about $80,000 in debt. Here is the vision. So all of our money is going to go into this account, and all of our money is going to be allocated to these particular areas. You're going to have this amount of money to spend a month. I'm going to have this amount of money to spend a month. No more of this 50-50. You put in this and I put in this. No. We need to be on one page, one accord. So that's what I would do once you get married. Give me a call back. Heck, as a matter of fact, if you all want to fly up, to DC and sit down with me, I can literally sit down with you all and help you map out the vision for, your money as a couple. Right? I can really help you get that solid to where now we're talking about, hey, at 60, we want to retire. That's in 28 years for one of us, right? We want to be able to have kids and be able to send them up to private school. I can literally give you the whole game plan here. And we're going to put actually that in the show notes today on how any of you all, if you're watching, if you want to come over here and get money makeovers, sit down and really get the blueprint for your money, you can come on the show and I'm going to give you the game plan and we'll map it out. But for you, Chris, here's what I'm going to suggest.
Thank you.
I would stop. Yeah, you're welcome. I would stop investing for 2 years. And here's why. You're only investing 5%, you said. That's $500 a month. So your growth is not going to be that crazy over 2 years, missing out on $6,000 a year, which is $12,000. Your growth will be crazy if you take that $6,000 and put it towards your car, right? If you do the $6,000, put it towards your car, now you're saving yourself interest on the interest you're paying on the car. Now you're getting money back because now you're eliminating that stuff. Now when you pay off your debt, now you can take all of that money, you can put the $250 back inside your investments, and then whatever you was paying on your cars, now you can put that back inside of your investments as well. Now you're gonna catch up because you went from paying $250 over 5 years, now you're doing about $1,000 moving forward 2 years later. So there's so much more that you can do when you have the capital to do it. So if I'm you, I would sit down with your girlfriend, not your girlfriend, I'm so sorry to be disrespectful there. I would sit down with your fiance and say, babe, I'm gonna pause investing. Babe, I know you're investing right now. I need you to pause investing too. And let's go on ahead and attack these 2 car notes and get them out. And we're gonna ride these cars until the wheels fall off. And we're gonna set up our marriage to where we can go into our marriage and hopefully by the end of year 1, we are debt free. And if we're talking about kids, if we're talking about bringing in and extending our family, we're in a better position because now we have more money to work with. Now you said something earlier too, Chris, I really wanna talk on and it's really encourage you. I hear a lot of people say this, well, I work overtime, right? I work overtime and that's like my side hustle. I'm with overtime. Here's the downfall of working overtime. You gotta pay taxes on that. There's no tax strategy with that. So if I'm you, if you know you can do something on the side, if you drive for a living and maybe you can go and start Uber on the side or start driving stuff on the side or delivering stuff on the side, whatever that gift is, I would do that rather than doing overtime hours because you're gonna get taxed for overtime. But if you start a side hobby, now you can have write-offs. Now you're saving money. Now you're getting more money back on your taxes because now you're utilizing the tax code that wealthy people utilize. So I would think about that. Like, hey, I'm working an extra 10 hours. Yeah, great. If you're making an extra 10 hours, and you're making an extra $1,000, well, 40% of that is gone. So you're really only making an extra 600. But if you make that same $1,000 as a side business, you can keep 800 of it, not just 600. So it's something for you to really think about and process. And I get your philosophy. I get everyone's philosophy who says, oh, my extra hours is my side business. Yeah, but the strategy behind that, is it wise? Like, is it really benefiting you something? And then 2, Chris, you seem smart and intelligent, man. I love the way you're thinking. Like, what could you build that you can own that can take you and your wife off of your job in the next 5 years?
That's the plan.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to put together.
There you go. So it's like, instead of working extra hours for the man, how about you come home and work extra hours for your family?
Right.
And you're working your job, you're doing your very best 8 to 5. But then when you come home, you and your fiance are sitting down having a conversation saying, listen, here's the vision for our money, but here, what do we want? Baby, do you want to come home? Chris, it's just me, you, man to man. I was told sex is even better when the wife ain't gotta work. I was told she's swinging from the ceiling when she got financial freedom. So if I'm you, Chris, I'm like, baby, I'm not working no more for the man after my 5 p.m. I'm coming home and, babe, what do I need to do to build you and I's company so that way you can come home off of your job and eventually I can come home off of my job and me and you can raise our kids. We can both go to the basketball games, the soccer games. I can go sit in the back of the classroom. I can volunteer at the schools. Don't get me started, Chris. Don't get me started. So I just wanted to say that. Like, I hear what you're saying. This is what I do. But I'm like, Chris, if I was blessed and honored to be in your position to find the love of my life, man, listen here. I'm trying to figure out a way to bring both of us home. Right. Because I've watched my mom and my dad have a great relationship because my mom never had to work. She works now because she loves doing what she's doing. She only works like 2 days a week, like 4 hours a day. But she was like, Anthony, the reason why I still rock your daddy's world in that bedroom is because he took care of me. The reason why he come home and you see that big old gut he got is because I feed him, because he never made me do something that I didn't want to do. And I believe all the ladies in the chat watching right now, ladies, back me up if I'm telling the truth here. No lady wants to have to work. They want to be able to do what they want to do, but no lady, no married woman wants to be in a position to where she cannot be involved in their kids' life, to where she cannot raise those kids because she has to work to help provide for the home. So that's just my 2 cents right there, brother. I
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You know, I love you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Love you too, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. God bless you, man. Yo, am I making sense here, y'all? Let's live right there. If you want to give us a call in, give us a call in. If you're driving the car, that's cool, great. Call Anthony O'Neill. Well, not call Anthony O'Neill. Go to anthonyo'neill.com/call-AO. Again, that is anthonyo'neill.com/call-AO. We got like another 30 minutes here, and I'm going to take as many questions as I possibly can. But Chris, thank you so much for calling in because you started something right there. When men, this is why I tell men, you should be aiming to make at least 6 figures. You should be aiming to make at least 6 figures. Here's why. Because I've never met a woman who said she wants to have to work. I've met ladies who love working, who enjoy working. I got ladies on my team who are phenomenal at working, but I'm pretty sure all of them would leave me in a heartbeat if their man came and said, baby, you don't have to do that anymore. But I don't know, maybe they will say and be like, you know, I actually enjoy doing what I'm doing. I actually enjoy helping people get out of debt. So, okay, cool, great. Maybe I tell Anthony's there for full time, I go part time. Cool, great. But every single woman that I've talked to who's been happily married, a lot of them have said, man, I don't have to work. And men, I think we have to get in the position to where we can put our families in a position to where at least one of the parents can be home to raise our children. I don't want no daycare raising my child if I'm blessed to have a child at 1, 2 years old. I don't want no nanny having, you know, more power than my wife and me. Heck no. But I can't do that if I'm not putting myself in a position to build something that allows me and my wife to be in that position. I can't do it. I cannot do it. This is why I push companies like Yellowtail. This is why I say get with Yellowtail so you can earn extra money, so you can earn extra things and have less hours. And what I love about Yellowtail is they're going to teach you how to get a job, but if you're smart, see, Yellowtail don't know what I'm talking about this. You go to Yellowtail, you get the information how to do AWS cloud software stuff. You go get a job for 2 or 3 years, you learn a trade, you learn a skill on the job, and you start your own freaking business to where now you own the business and you make your own hours. And it doesn't cost you $100,000, $50,000. It doesn't even cost you $20,000 to get the education, to get a good job making $80,000. Yellowtail is one of the best investments you can make into your life if you really want to get a good career that requires less work but more income. Go to anthonyo'neill.com/Yellowtail for that. All the ladies in the chat saying he's right. He's right. I know I'm right. You got to tell me. I've dated ladies and I'm like, yo, man, I like what I'm doing. Cool, great. I've also dated ladies saying, I don't like what I'm doing. Okay. My wife's thing will be, babe, you don't have to do something you do not want to do. Because our house will be okay if you do not work. But watch this. Our house will not be okay if you're not operating inside of your purpose. What am I saying? I don't know one man who wants a lazy woman. Jay, you can go ahead and bring up the next person. You ain't gotta wait for me to get started. I don't know one woman. I don't know one man who wants a lazy woman. I don't. But I don't know one man who wants a woman miserable. She ain't gonna come home and cook. She's not gonna come home and do anything. No. And this is not about, I gotta say this too, because I think sometimes people take this out of order or take this out of context. I'm not saying I wanna control my wife. No. I'm not saying that, can I be real with y'all? Because we're all grown. I'm not saying I just want a sex person laying on the bed waiting for me to come home. Heck no, that's not what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. I want my family to have peace and to have freedom. I don't want no sex slave. I don't want to control no woman. I don't want no puppet as no woman. No. I don't want a yes sir, a yes man. No. I want a woman who's going to give me her thoughts, give me her opinion, hold me accountable, set me straight when I need to be set straight. Help us build our legacy. But as a man, I gotta put myself in a position to where it allows my wife to operate inside of her purpose. Who we got next? Jesus. Who? Yuri? Am I saying it right? Yuri, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How we doing?
Man, I'm doing good. G.I.J., everyone's low, so we need to get with Dylan to get this fixed. All right, cool, great. Yuri, what's going on, brother? How you spell your name, bro?
Youri.
Youri. I love that, brother. Man, all right, give me the basics, man. How old are you, bro?
I'm 44.
24?
44.
Oh, I'm about to say, brother. All right, so 44. Where you live, man?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. All right, so we got New Jersey. What's your average income?
153 a year.
150. Man, I love it. We got brothers in here making money. You married or single?
Single.
My man is single, ready to mingle, or you dating somebody?
Ready to mingle.
Oh, that my man's. He looked in that camera straight like, nah, bro, I'm ready to mingle, bro. All right, cool. How much debt you got, man?
About 30.
30. Okay, 30K.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Sounds good. What's the debt? Cars, student loans?
No, credit card.
Credit card. All 30K is credit cards, Yuri? What the hell, bro? Help me understand. What are we doing with 30K in credit card debt, bro?
I agree, man. I mean, that's kind of just what I was trying to charge everything, trying to pay it off, trying to get some of the awards, right? To trying to get some of like some of the free money. Yeah. But here's what I was thinking. At the end of this week, I'm going to get my performance evaluation.
Okay.
So I'm expecting to get a bonus and to be able to knock maybe half of that down, hopefully.
Okay. How much do you think your bonus could be if everything goes well?
If everything goes well, let's say anywhere 10 to 12.
And your goal is to put all that towards your debt right now.
So that's what I was thinking. However, I was actively seeking to purchase a home, and the mortgage lender told me that it's better for me to have cash flow and to just pay off as I go than kind of put a wad of money towards like credit card debt.
All right, cool. Let's talk about it. 44 years old, you want to get into a home.
Yeah.
How much money do you have? Any money in savings right now?
Yeah, I have about
$50,000 in savings?
Yeah, actually I have 60 cash. Yeah.
60K. All right.
Yep.
You got 60K. Is this parked into a high yield savings account or a regular savings?
A regular savings.
Okay. Hey, immediately, I need you to put that link up for me, Michelle, in the chat. I need you to put this money inside of a high yield savings account today. You're going to go to SoFi, AnthonyO'Neill.com/SoFi. They're going to give you 4.60% a month on that money.
Okay.
So that's going to help your cash flow. So now you're going to be making money with your money just sitting there. Because I'm pretty sure you got it parked in a regular bank, and if you look at your savings account, you're probably getting like 0.34, 0.46%.
It's nothing.
You're getting nothing, right? With $60,000 sitting there, I would do you get 4.6. We'll put that in the chat for everyone who's watching right now. It's the best high yielded savings account for the average person. Now, if you got over 100,000, that's not the one that I would park it in. I would do a different one. But if you're right around, $1,000 to $99,000, it's 4.60%. And this, I'm gonna say this too, and I'm coming back to you, Yuri. The reason why I recommend SoFi, you guys, is because there's a lot of other ones who will give you 5% to get you in, but then it'll drop down to 3.8%. And so, yeah, they'll get you in for 3 months for 5%, but then after 3 months, it drops down to 3% when you could have just went in and just got 4.60% and it stays there throughout the year. All right. And so, Yuri, for you, I'm putting $60,000 inside of a high yielded savings account, move that over to the SoFi account. You can have it connected to your regular checking account just in case you need it. All right. And so what's your main question so I can make sure I ask your main question?
So the main question is 3 things I'm pursuing right now.
Okay.
Actively looking for a home. I'm actively looking to get a car and paying down my credit card debt.
Okay. What kind of car do you have right now?
I just returned my car. I had an Infiniti. I just returned it to the dealership because my lease was over.
All right,
I didn't
so
get a new one.
You didn't get a new one. All right, cool.
No.
And pay off your debt. And you are in New Jersey.
That's correct. Yes.
All right, cool. All right. All right, let me help you with all 3 of these. All 3 of these. Simple. Very simple. You got $60K in emergencies. How much money do you need a month? If you lost your job today, to live for 1 month, how much money do you need to live for 1 month?
To live for 1 month, I would probably need about 5.
5K. All right, cool. And then on an average month, how much do you make? What's your net pay a month?
About 35. About 35, 36, yeah. 3,600. Oh, I'm sorry, a month?
Yeah.
No. Oh, a month, 74.
All right, so you make $7,400 a month net.
Yes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give you some math that you're not going to like. All right, Yuri, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If I'm in your shoe, this is what I'm doing because this is what I did. I got $60,000 in savings right now. I'm about to come into another $10,000 to possibly $12,000 with a bonus. So this puts me at about $70K cash. My vision right now is to pay off my debt, get a new car, and to possibly get into a home. Okay. Very first thing I'm going to do is you need a car for transportation because you need it to go back and forth to work. Or do you need a car to go back and forth to work?
They just asked us to start going back into the office.
Okay.
So I was working remotely, but now about 2 to 3 times a week, I'm going to need to have a car so I could commute to work.
Are you transporting to New York or is your office in New Jersey?
Transporting to New York.
All right.
Transporting to New York. However, there's a New Jersey office. So it's going to be maybe like, depending on the need, either I'm going to take the train to New York or I'm going to go to the New Jersey office.
All right, cool. So what I would do out of the $60K, I would take $10K and go buy me a cash car.
Cash? Okay.
Cash car. I wouldn't finance nothing. Not right now. I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't finance nothing right now. All right. So now that leaves me out of the $70K because of your bonus. So we know for sure you get at least a $10,000 to maybe $12,000. All right. So now that puts you back down to $60,000. All right. So now out of that, you got $30,000 in credit card debt. See where I'm about to go here?
Yep.
All right. Here's why I would say pay off your debt before you get into a mortgage. I understand the importance of getting into a mortgage, especially as a black man and as a minority individual. It helps our net worth. It helps us build wealth. But I'm going to take the $30,000 and pay off my credit card debt. It still leaves you with $30,000 as a cash flow. You make $7,400 a month. You still got 3 months where if life hits you, you can still operate at your full capacity, right? What I would suggest that you do is look into Churchill Mortgage, right? And if you do this, this means by this time next month, you could be debt free with a surplus of $30,000 inside of your account. I want to pause right there. Whatever mortgage company told you that it's best to have cash flow, I agree. But 80% of the people in America are living paycheck to paycheck and they're still getting approved for a mortgage. They don't even have $5,000, $10,000 sitting inside their savings account. This is why we have zero down payment plans, zero down payments, because they don't have the money to put down on the home. So the fact that you have $30,000, you have no debt, and you have good, decent transportation, and you're making $153,000 a month. If you operate and really look at your budget and really get your budget nailed down, you can have $50,000 back inside of your savings account. And if you do a FHA, which I'm not a huge fan of FHAs because you got to do a 3%, I think it's what, 3.5% down, but then they're going to add on PMI. But with you right now, I'm cool with you doing 30 years, 15 to 30 years. 15 is ideal, but do a 30-year loan. I don't care about that. But you'll be in a good position to become a homeowner. But like right now, how much is your rent payment?
About $1,000.
Oh yeah, so you're definitely not going to get a mortgage for no $1,000. So you know that, right?
I'm definitely aware of that.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening in this market. But
No.
I would say, here's what, if I'm in your shoes, when is your birthday?
February 3rd, just passed.
Cool, great. Give yourself a year.
Okay.
Pay off your debt next month.
Okay.
Starting in what's next month? March. So starting in April, it's all about home ownership. I got my car. I'm 100% debt free. I got $30,000 sitting in my savings account. If we ask the people who's watching us right now, I guarantee you 60%, 70% of these individuals do not have nowhere near $30,000 sitting inside their savings account. And if we repo those same people, I would say about 25% of them have a mortgage. And so what I would suggest is from April to February of next year, you're only just setting aside money for a down payment towards a home. If you go inside next year and you got $50,000 sitting inside of a savings account and you're going to take $10,000 of that to put down towards a house, you're getting approved for a mortgage because now you have no debt. Your debt to income just went down. You have cash to put down. After you put down cash, you still got enough money to pay for 3, 4, 5 months of your mortgage payment. You're instantly approved. And the best company I would recommend is Churchill Mortgage, right? They don't even sponsor my show, but Churchill will give you a guaranteed approval easy. Because you have no debt, you have no liability, you have investments, you know, so as far as in the savings account, easy. But now these big banks, I won't name them, but yeah, they're gonna tell you, well, we need cash flow, we need cash flow, 30, no, man. Here, and I understand their philosophy, but for you, Yuri, it's all about peace. Can you imagine going to your home and you have no debt?
Beautiful.
Can you imagine going into your home at 45 years old, single? Hopefully by that time you got a beautiful woman you're dating, and babe, I'm good. You ready to get married? I got a 3-bedroom over here. You know what I'm saying? We can get this thing cracking. We can have kids tomorrow. You ready? We can practice now. You know, it feels so good, bro, when you're in a home, you have no car note, you have no credit card debt, you have no student loans, you're making $153,000 a year, brother. That's freedom. That's freedom. So if I'm you, man, at 45, that's what I would do, bro. Honestly.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Appreciate you, man.
That.
Thanks for calling in, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot for everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yo, listen, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Yuri about to be stacked. I don't care at what age you are. Don't allow the banks to tell you how to live your freaking life, because they're going to tell you what they want so that you can be so that they can use you to get what they want. They want the commission check. No, you want freedom. You want peace. You want abundance. And I'm telling you right now, I wish we can have I don't like saying older, I would say a wiser individual come on here, because I think a wiser individual can tell us like, yo, you're right, Anthony. There's nothing greater than having peace at 70. There's nothing greater than having peace at 50. There's nothing greater than having peace at 35. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. When I wake up on the first of the month is on Friday. The only thing I have to worry about is, did I pay my team? Is my team paid? And my mortgage and my rent on this new studio that we just got. Other than that, I ain't got no car note. I pulled into the barbershop the other day with my Bentley. I said, man, how much is that a month? About $3,000? I said, 0. What? What you mean 0? I'm like, yeah, bro. I don't do no. If I lost everything today, I don't have to sell my Bentley. I don't have to sell my truck. I don't. And if I did, oh man, I'm sitting on a few 6 figures in cars. But because I bought it cash, man, I could be. Do you know how good that feels? I guarantee you, Yuri, and I don't know who we going to next. I guarantee, who? Jerry? Oh, okay, Jerry, we coming your way in 30 seconds. I guarantee you, Yuri will get approved for a loan. I guarantee it. Why? Because he has freedom. He doesn't have any liabilities. It's easy. You can cover the down payment. You're making good money a month, and you got money sitting in your account. Man, Churchill will approve him instantly. They're the only bank that I've ever worked with when it comes to my mortgage. The only bank. Now we're going to Jerry. I think I'm saying your name right. Am I saying it right?
You're saying it correctly.
Hey, Jerry, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Man, thank
And
you.
you probably will feel prophetic. You just asked for an older person to come on. I'm 74, Anthony, and I'm past 70.
Oh, how old are you now,
And I
Jerry?
came on your, huh?
How old are you now?
I am 74. I'll be
70,
75 in April. Yes.
75 years old. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for calling in and blessing us.
Well, you're a blessing to me. So
Thank you.
it's mutual.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. How can I help you
All
today,
right.
Miss Jerry?
Okay. I am that new generation of people over 70 who have to continue to work
Yeah.
because we didn't have the knowledge and all of the expertise that you're providing for people. We thought we were doing the right things. We thought we were, putting aside money for retirement. Um, but then with the economic changes, I remember I was hit back in, what was it, 2008. Right. I had a call come in.
Yes, ma'am. We lost you. We can't hear you, Miss Jerry. Oh no. We lost you, Miss Jerry. I'll say before you come back up, Miss Jerry, maybe put your phone on Do Not Disturb so that way you can, not get the spiel. I want to talk to you, Miss Jerry. So, Jay, let's get her back up on the screen as soon as we can, because that's amazing. Did she get off? All right, cool, great. As we're waiting for Miss Jerry to give us a call back in, we'll stay on the line. We got two more people. Stay on the line. We'll get to you. But this is good. I want to talk to Miss Jerry, 75 years old. I want to help her out as much as I can. Oh, Miss Jerry, you back? Hey,
Back?
you're back.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
My phone rang and it just messed up things. So,
Yes, ma'am.
but what I'm saying is that I have to get a new perspective at 74. I'm thankful that, I still have capacity and ability, but I need really wise counsel. What to do when you're 74 and, your most of your years are behind you.
Yeah.
I'm coming up with a 5-year plan.
Okay.
I'm currently still working.
Okay.
Fortunately, I'm in a field where I can continue to work.
Okay.
Um,
What field is that, if you mind
so,
me asking?
well, I'm a licensed therapist. So,
Okay, so you're a therapist. Yes, ma'am.
yes.
I think talking to you, I would prefer to talk to you than a 30-year-old as a therapist. Because you coming with wisdom and understanding and peace, and I mean that's a field that I think you could really, really, really do well in. So you're a licensed therapist, Ms. Jarrett. What are you doing is this a private practice or are you working for a company?
I have a private practice.
And what would you say on average a year you're able to make with your private practice?
Well, if I do it full time, I'm able to make maybe 120,000 a year. Yeah.
But it sounds like you're not doing it full time right now. You're doing like just part time to get by.
Part time. There you go.
Yeah.
Because I like taking vacations and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I understand. So, Ms. Jerry, help me understand a little basic of your financial situation right now. How much debt are you in outside of your mortgage? Do you have a mortgage?
I have a mortgage.
Okay.
But outside of my mortgage, it's like, what, 18,000?
Okay. 18K in debt. Okay, that's not bad. What is that debt? Is that a car?
Um, well, I'm leasing a vehicle.
Okay.
So, yeah, part of it is the vehicle lease.
Okay.
Um, I have a credit card debt of probably about 4,000.
Okay.
And then, let's see, there are two other loans, one that's 10, another that's 4. So, yeah.
All right. So we got cars, credit cards, and loans. And then what do you have just sitting in a rainy day fund, an emergency fund?
Emergency fund has dipped because I've been using it for some other cost. But let me see. Right now, rainy day fund is like 12,000.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So here's what I recommend for you, Ms. Jerry. I love how you said earlier that you are sitting down and coming up with a 5-year plan. And that is something that I would suggest for you, is coming down with a 5-year plan. Just listening to you, I believe that you're gonna be with us for a long time. I see you here to pass 100. So we got time, right? We got time. And so I think getting that 5-year plan is important. But I also sense in my heart and in my spirit that you're ready to where within the 5 years, you don't want to be doing this that much longer after 5 years. I sense that in my heart. I could tell in my heart and in my spirit that you're ready to just sit back and to enjoy, the life that you've been able to live and build. And so I think coming up with that 3 to 5 year plan is very, very important. Normally, I would suggest take that $12,000 and put it towards your debt. But because of your age, I think that's important that you do keep that $12,000 inside of your savings account. But throughout the 75 years of your working, did you make any investments at all? Any 401ks, any contributions, anything?
Yes, I did. And when I because I retired, it's been 10 years now.
Okay.
So that money, yes,
It's spent?
that money has gone down considerably, yes.
Okay.
So I think I may still have like maybe 25,000 that's in an investment account. But like I said, it shrunk.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want most people to know that they only calculate your money to last you like 9 years or so after retirement. So
Thank you for saying that.
at my 10th year. Yeah, I'm at my 10th year. So now I have to recalculate because I'm going to live 30 more years. You just said it.
Absolutely.
Yes. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
So this is what I recommend for you, because I think your situation is a little bit more nuances, right? And I want to make sure that we set you up. So I'm going to set you up with my personal financial advisor to help you come up with that 5-year plan. And here's why I want to do that, because I think we need to dive deeper into your current situation, and we gotta aggressively invest into specifically the right things for your age bracket. Mm-hmm. The good thing about your age bracket is you can invest more than me, because of you're above 55. So if we can get very aggressive with coming up with a plan, sticking to that plan, right? If we can stick to that plan over the next 5 years and get very aggressive. Here's the only downfall I would definitely tell you, Ms. Jerry, that I think you may not like. I need you to work full time. Because if this plan is going to work, we need to get more income coming in, that we can put more income into the right places that will generate us a better return on investment. But if we're not able to really max out these accounts, max out the plan that you're going to get over these 5 years, then 5 years later, we're only going to be halfway there, maybe a quarter of the way there. And so I think once you really come up with this 5-year plan, we really, really got to aggressively do this. And within that, we got to get rid of this $18,000 worth of debt. I hate it. It's it's all over the place. But we got to get rid of that. That's the first plan. I do not want you to touch the $12,000 on your account, because we need to keep that for medical stuff, just in case we have any medical issues come up. If we have any life issues coming up, I want to keep the 12 grand there, especially at your season of life. But I do want to say, stop putting money into the savings account Don't take money from your investment account to $25,000, and let's come up with a way to get out of the lease, to get these credit cards and these 2 loans paid off immediately, right? That's what I'm looking at. But then while we're getting that, how can we aggressively get you to invest into things that can start generating you some income? And we just got to come up with a strategic plan. And I don't want to give that general over this. I want to really sit down with you and my financial advisor to get that information. And so I want to encourage you to do that, and that's what I'm gonna do. So this is what I'm gonna do. Everyone has his email. Email me, Miss Jerry, at anthonyoneal.com, right? Email me and put Miss Jerry, and I will connect you with my financial advisor. We'll get on the Zoom call, and we'll come up with a 5-year plan to help you out with that.
That's a blessing, Anthony.
No,
Thank you so much.
This is what we got to do, and this is very, very, very important. And you are important to us. Your generation is important to my generation. And thank you for being a therapist, because we need, I love older therapists. I just feel safer with y'all. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get the wisdom that I need. I feel y'all gonna listen. And y'all gonna tell me about myself without cussing me out. So I appreciate it. But email me, Ms. Jerry, and we'll make that happen, all right?
Anthony O'Neal.
Yes, ma'am. So Anthony at anthonyoneal.com. It's the email that I send out every Friday. Everyone has that email address, but just put Miss Jerry in the subject line and we'll take good care of you, okay?
All right, then. Thank you so much.
All right.
This is a blessing. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
You guys, this is something that, and I want to say thank you, Miss Jerry, for coming up and for being honest and being vulnerable. And to say that, hey, I'm 74, turning 75 years old in April, and I'm not in a position to where I can retire. She retired 9 years ago and wasn't able to live the rest of her life. And we can see Miss Jerry. Look at Miss Jerry. She looks beautiful. She looks young. She looks healthy. She gonna be living another 30 years easy, right? But this is why I gotta ask the question, what's your number? I ask you all this question every single time I'm talking about investing. What's the number that you want to make that you can live off of? And if you can put $1 million inside of your investment account as a principal, and you can live off of the interest of that principal, you never touch your principal. What does that mean? You never have to go back to work. But we have to start investing today. We have to start investing right now. We gotta start putting money into the account right now, so that way at 75, we're not in a position like Miss Jerry. And I'm gonna do everything within my power to help Miss Jerry get out of this position that she's in. Because when I look at her, I see my mama, I see my grandmama. I hope when you look at her, you see yourself and say, yo, hey, thank you, Miss Jerry, for being honest and being vulnerable and trusting Anthony with your story and your testimony. But I do not want to be that. And I'm pretty sure Miss Jerry doesn't want none of us to be that at 75. And I want to thank her for being honest and being brave. And the reason why some of y'all are broke right now is because you're too scared to come up here and ask me a question. You're too scared to come up and say, hey, this is my honest situation. How do I get right? How do I get right? We got time for one more. Who we got next? Who? Yesi? Yesi, am I saying it right? How do you spell that, Yesi?
Yeshi. Y is in yellow, E is in Edward, S is in Sam, H is in Henry, I is in Ivory.
All right, sounds good, me Yeshi. How old are you, Yeshi?
I'll be 35 and I'm on April 9th.
35, okay. And where you calling in from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. We got New Jersey in the building today. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing this. All right. What's your average yearly income?
Currently it's about 60,000.
60,000. Okay. I'm loving it. All right, cool. Are you single or married?
Single.
Single, ready to mingle, or just single and you dating?
I mean, ain't nothing to mingle with, but
Did she just come for us, brothers? Did she just come for us? Ain't nobody out here. Oh my Lord. All right, so she's single.
I love what you're doing. I've been following you for about a couple years now, and I love the podcast and the the spectrums that you're on right now with single men, especially in the Christian community. But it's hard because I'm sorry to get off topic, but
You're good.
it's hard. It's hard because a lot of our churches have older members, so we're not actually finding them in the churches. And so I've been trying to do some different, like go to church, Christian, uh, what you want to call them, like podcasts or different things, but a lot of them have a lot of women so it's like not a lot of men are attending those programs, so it's hard.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. New Jersey, Change Church is there. Have you checked them out?
no, I'm not familiar. Okay.
Check them out. Yeah, Change Church is a great church. It's my one of my good friends, Pastor Darius Daniels, a very young, thriving church. So I would definitely check them out. But yo, we got 5 more minutes. What's your question? How can I help you?
So I'm just, with this whole student loan thing, I'm just trying to figure out if I should consolidate
Mhm.
or if I should just continue to pay them. So I'm not currently paying them. My dad is was the co-signer, and he's just said that he would pay it for me, but during our relationship we're just not speaking at the moment. So now I'm kind of in this rock and a hard place because he's been paying it this whole time and I'm trying to take it over to see what's best financially for me, and my road path. Like I would love to own a home. I don't have a vehicle right now, and you actually kind of answered a lot of my questions with the other gentleman from New Jersey. So that's really only my question is, what should I do with consolidating my loans, being so that he is the co-signer on my loans?
Yeah. How much student loans do you have right now?
I believe it's 80,000.
Okay. $80,000 left on your student loans. All right, cool. And you said right now he was paying it, but because you all are not talking right now, which I'm so sorry to hear that, you want to take it over, or is he saying you have to take it over?
Well, so I get the emails that I guess he's paying it. He's still paying it because I've been getting the bills, but it's not saying that it's an owed bill. It's just more of like a receipt. So I'm guessing that he's still paying it. But in order to kind of like alleviate that so that we can try to work on our relationship, I guess, in a sense, I would want to know like what do you think I know you talk about student loans a lot, and you're not a fan of consolidation. So I just wanted to know, yeah, basically if I just want to take it over and
I'm only a fan of consolidating if it's going to save you money.
right,
So like if your interest rate goes down and if your payments goes down, that's the only way that I'm actually okay with it. Now, if you're consolidating the loans and then your payments go up, or you're consolidating and nothing happens, I'm not a fan of that. I would just say work the debt snowball. And so you have 2 options. If you consolidate the loans, right, then make sure that it's saving you money, right? That's number 1. Let's say if it's not going to save you money, then what I would do, I would just do a written contract with your father and say, Pops, to work on our relationship, I want to take over the loans. Here's a contract that they came up with and said, hey, I am going to take over the payments between you and I. Here's how I'm going to do it. And here's an agreement from me to you saying that it's no longer on you, it's back on me. And you all both just sign it. So that way you're not hurting yourself by refinancing the loans, and then now you got to pay higher an interest rate. Because it's going to be tough to beat the interest right now that you probably got 5-6 years ago when you was in school, right? And so I would highly recommend looking into it. There's several companies out there. I don't endorse or condone any of them as of yet. I have been looking at one particular app. Maybe I can look into that here soon and maybe start endorsing them. But I just want to make sure that, hey, okay, if the federal rate is this, are you all beating that rate? 1, right? So that's going to save money. But if the federal rate is this and you're going to give them the same federal rate just with a lower payment, well, that's a worse situation. So I wouldn't advise that. I would just advise working the debt snowball.
That's my biggest concern. Like, I don't want to make the wrong consolidation with the wrong company. But I've been looking into this for the past year, and all of my loans are private. So
Okay.
that's the biggest situation. It's not
well, then
really
private, you may be able to find some companies that can refinance those private loans into a lower interest rate. And that's my thing. If the lower interest rate, it's not a lower payment, it is a lower interest rate. If you can get a lower interest rate, let's say an example, you sign for 7%, they can come and give you 5.5%. Well, that's saving you money, right? That's saving you money.
That's true.
Because long
Okay.
term, that's what you're paying, the interest back.
Right.
So they
Right.
can save you an interest rate, and let's say your payments don't change, but your interest does.
Interest rates.
Absolutely, I'm signing
The
that
time
all day.
frame, yeah. The time frame that it takes to. Okay. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's what
Gotcha.
I would highly do. But and you didn't call in and ask for this, but here's what I would suggest. And I'm only saying this from a vulnerable place myself, because my family is going through something very similar to where a couple of my family members are not talking with each other. Do whatever you got to do to fix that with your father. You know? And I know it could be, and I don't know the situation, you know, and I'm not saying fix it today, fix it tomorrow. What I am saying is pray about it and ask God to bring a place of healing, whether that's this month, next month, end of this year, you know? And so that way y'all can work on it, because why have it all? Why be debt free? Why have a good job? And you do not have family with you. Even if your dad did something that was jacked up, that was dead wrong, that was stupid, that just rubbed you completely off. I hear that.
Yeah, it's and I'm the only child with my mother, but he has a son, and me and like my brother are not even. Sorry, I don't know. We were like getting off topic here, but we're not even. You know, that relationship is kind of like torn. But you know, I'm from a different country, so like our parents are very like I'm the father. I'm always going to be the father, but like it's just this weird relationship right now. So it's just we're not even like. I try to, and it's just like I don't tell all my business, but it's like, you know, it's just unfortunate because, you know, our parents are getting older. You know, we're about the same age, so and like our parents are getting older, and you don't want that negative energy when, you know, all you want right now while I'm single is to be closer to my family, you know. So just I'm gonna pray about it though.
No,
Thank
pray
you so
about
much.
it.
I appreciate that.
Pray about
definitely.
it. Get some wise counsel about it. And again, I'm trying to be sensitive in that, because I'm literally in the exact same boat, to where we have family members within my family not talking to family members. And I don't think that that's ever okay. I really don't. And my thing is, I do believe that there needs to be boundaries. There needs to be clear boundaries, right? But God gave us our parents, and God gave us our children. He knew that whatever we're dealing with right now was going to happen. God gave it to us.
Yeah.
And so if God already knew this was about to happen, and he still gave me to my mom and my daddy, my brother, my sister, why am I trusting more into me and in my feelings and not in God?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so
I've been praying about it for like, well, not seriously. And I think that's my intention. Like, I think like I just want it to be okay, but like maybe I need to be more intentional with God and say, you know, what is it in me first that I need to take care of so that I can make the situation right, and you know, leave it in God's hands. With whatever happens, because you know, God can change something tomorrow, and you know, you'd be like, whoa, like you know, I didn't expect you to answer my prayers that fast, but you know, I'm trying to be optimistic about it. It is really like, especially you know when I think about marriage and grandkids and stuff like that, and I'm like, you know what, you know, I'm thinking like long term, like what if we're still not okay, you know, so it's like, yeah, I'm like I have to sit down and really be intentional with God and ask him what I need to do and give me direction, and like you said, seek wise counsel, definitely. But I appreciate your vulnerability because this is a very like it's a hard situation, and I know that also like financially, you know, he was trying to help me, but it's like I can't even have a conversation of like, okay, well if I can help, like, you know, it's just crazy. So
hey man, listen, I am going to be praying for you and your
Thank you.
father's relationship. I believe a father and daughter's relationship is super important. And I believe that sometimes the enemy knows that, not sometimes, the enemy knows that a relationship between a father and a daughter and a father and a parent just super important, and he'll do anything to destroy that relationship because he wants that to be passed down to the kids. And so I don't want that over your life, and I believe that you're going to be wealthy. I believe that your father is going to be pleased with the life that you live, and I believe one day this relationship will be restored and stronger. And so I know that's not why you called in. I'm not a therapist.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get back to my lane.
But you know what? I appreciate what you're doing, especially for our age group. I recommend you to a lot of my friends, check as far as like mortgages and things like that, especially in our age range. So keep doing what you're doing. I encourage you. I'm thankful for you. I love your testimony, and I love the people that you're bringing on with you. I am so blessed to have run into you, and I listen to your lives all the time. And even though I'm a little lazy, I have to get a little bit more intentional with my side hustle. I am so thankful for what you're doing, and honestly, keep letting the Lord use you in His will, not your will. You are just continuously building our community up, and we need more men like you. I might be reaching out to you. I'm trying to start a mentorship program for men in my area, for boys, because I want to focus with kids in high school and in junior high, I would say. So keep a lookout for that.
I will. I definitely will. Yeah. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem at all. Y'all, that's it. We're going to end the show there today. We'll be back next Wednesday, where you can call in and have a good conversation. Ask me any of your money conversations. Ask me any of your money questions. That really hit home for me. That really hit home, and I'm trying to hold back tears because I'm just being honest and vulnerable right now. I'm dealing with something major within my family, and it's been taking a toll on me for like the last year. And when I hear people saying, man, I'm not talking to my mother, I'm not talking to my brother, I'm not talking to my father, I'm not talking to my sister, and I'm like, man, is it that serious to where you can't talk to them at all? Like, is it that serious that you question God? God He talks about it in His love letter to us, the Bible, on forgiveness. And a lot of us don't even understand this. The reason why some of us are not financially where we want to be sometimes could be because of our spiritual connection to not forgiving. God is like, well, I'm not going to bless you with this if you can't even do the simple stuff that's in the Bible. You want to make $2 million a year, but you can't even forgive. You want to make, $5 million a year, but you can't even just have a uncomfortable conversation that bridges the gap of healing and restoration. But you want me to be a blessing so you can go out here and talk to other people, but then you're not doing the simple things that I teach you? Gotta have restoration, y'all. Gotta have restoration. It's not about a loved one. What friend have you banned from talking to you because your friend rubbed you wrong? What friend made a mistake and maybe said something bad about you? The only time, and this is nothing about money. I'm just talking. But it's like the only time not forgiving someone hurts someone is you. I've noticed when I don't forgive someone, I'm walking around trying to avoid them and trying to walk around this or trying to talk about them, it's only hurting me. and it messes with my money. Cause now I can't talk to this person. Or I'm on Instagram, I gotta block this person. Or when a phone call, I gotta block this person. Or if I can't go over here because I know this person sometimes go over there. Now my mind is not focused on getting this bag. My mind is not focused on my purpose because I haven't matured to the point to where I can say, you know what? I can forgive you. I can put boundaries around this relationship so that you and I both can move forward. Hell, forget about you. I just want to be able to move forward in peace. Let me be quiet. Listen, it's been great, you guys. I got to shoot some commercials for our show. And then I got to jet out of here. I will be in Miami this weekend for the Maximize Your Potential Conference. If you're in the Miami area, you can go to maximizeyourpotentialconference.com. Tickets are still on sale. I'll be there with Bishop Henry Fernandez and some other people. And I'll be talking on the men's panel on Saturday night. I'm looking forward to just serving this amazing man. And I'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, just out there connecting and building. So would love to see you there if you're in the Miami area. And then I am somewhere else soon. Go to anthonyoneal.com to see where I'm at. I'm all over. It's Q1, so I'm all over. So I would love to see you there. And you all, don't forget, get your SoFi account. Go to anthonyoneal.com/SoFi. Then also we're going to link in the show notes today on how you can really track your money with your Wealth Builder tool, how you can get in contact with Yellowtail if you want to get in connected with them. So love you all. Thank you so much for rocking with this, man. We've had over 600 people watching this. And as we do this consistently now that we're inside of the studio, I'm super excited about this and seeing this thing grow. So if you have not, can you do me one favor before you leave? Can you hit the thumbs up button? And can you please hit subscribe? Can you please join this family, be a part of an amazing community that is growing so that we can experience increase in our abundance, wellness, and faith. That's what I want for you. And that's what we're focusing on here within inside of this E3 community. So before you leave, do me a quick favor. If you enjoyed today's show and the questions and answers, can you please hit the thumbs up? And can you also please just join the community by hitting subscribe? It's your boy, Anthony O'Neal. I'm gonna see you in the next show. Peace out.